Hey guys and gals, welcome back to Opaw's Diecast, Rex, and Restorations. Today we got a fun one going here. We got the Corgi Toys 1979 Jokermobile. I received this one from a guy who dug it up in his backyard. Literally dug it up. It's filled with dirt, and I mean packed. It's never been taken apart, but I don't know what happened to the interior plastic. When I got it, it literally had, oh, there I am showing some of the other DC stuff that Corgi put out that year. When I got this piece, it was literally packed with so much dirt, it had a root growing out of it. So it was pretty much in a mess. So let's get started drilling it out, taking it apart, and getting restoring on it. Here we go with the center rivets being drilled out, the center of the rivets. Then we'll drill out the rivet cap, which I had to be really careful on because of that stupid plastic bases. These Corgis are great. I think out of all the die-cast cars, they showed the biggest selection and the best definition on them. See if we can get her pried apart here now. But I got a little piece of the mushroom cap causing me fits. Sorry about the camera angle. There we go. A little more of that cap on there. We'll pry it up. Hey, guess what? I noticed now that the dirt has popped off of it. There were two more rivets, one on either side in the middle. Those had to be taken care of. And then she pretty much popped right apart. A little bit of trouble getting that thing in there because of the dirt inside. Was like cement. And there we have it. Come on, baby. There you go. This thing was so packed with whatever kind of dirt this was that it had rusted out the front axle, as you could see. The back axle wasn't much better. As I was trying to pry it out, it just popped apart. Here's the dirt that was inside this stuff. This stuff was really, really hard. Almost like cement. Chisel out a little more there. Yeah, she's ready for our stripper, our favorite stripper. You know her as Fifi de la Citresse. Okay, I'm no comic. Had really, really small rivets posts on it. The front one I ended up not even being able to use, but I was still able to get the others drilled enough for screws. Here we are using that polishing wheel or wire wheel on the Dremel. Had a real funny surface to it. A little bit of divot action in there. But between that, some sanding, some wire wheel action, and the steel wool, we were able to get it to a nice section or a level that was useful. Now we get some primer on it. That filled in the rest of it. I just use, since these cars are all for my personal use, I just use the Rust-Oleum metal etching primer, and it does great. Doesn't block any of the detail, as you can see, and it fills in all those little rough edges. Time to get some paint on it. This is just Tester's gloss white enamel. Lays down a nice coat, as long as you don't get right up on it. Okay, here we go. Let's get our plastic pieces in the tub here and get them washed. There's the windshield section. There's the cockpit section with the little light on top. This thing here was so filthy, this base. Couldn't even hardly read what it said on the bottom. So it needed a good scrub and soak. When I was all done, you were actually able to read it clearly. Now the only difference in this and the Corgi Healer Wheeler, was that the base said Healer Wheeler on the other one. This one said just DC Comics 1979. I got all the replacement pieces out of a broken Healer Wheeler that still had a good still had good wheels and axles, and had the interior plastic pieces such as the windshield and the little blue light. Here I'm working on that little blue light on top. It was a little scuffy. I'm sorry, I'm still learning how to do the camera in front of me and working around it, but you'll have to bear with me on the camera angle. I used some 1500 paper, polished some of the scuffing off of it, and it turned out great. Time for a little dip in the pledge. It's really weird, that Healer Wheeler that I scavenged the parts off of, it was all smashed down and busted up, but all the internal plastic and the axles and the wheels were fine. The other one that I restored here, it was buried forever, never taken apart, and I couldn't find the plastic anywhere. Cover it up here after I dip it in the pledge. Since I'm restoring this, I just went ahead and re-highlighted the wheels with the chrome pen to keep it all original. Here's after letting it sit for a couple days, let the paint cure out, start and put the stickers on it. The only reason I went ahead and did this restoration was because through my friend at Black Square Decals, they were good enough to actually make up a set of stickers for it, amongst others that I've got coming down the line for restoration. So, thank you, Ian, and everybody at Black Square Decals in the UK. It was right about this point where I dumped a whole bottle of micro set in my lap. Again, learning how to film and work on the little vehicles all at the same time. I pulled my hand back and knocked a complete $5 bottle of micro set in my lap, literally. But Black Square Decals, they do a really nice job on making these decals. And we got the Joker himself on the front. Look at the finish on that car. Beautiful. Hello, Mr. Green Hair. Love that Joker. Okay, again, I'm not a comic. And there she is, after all the decals have been put on. Let's get this baby put back together, and I'll set you up for the reveal. Go ahead, you can go ahead and start putting it together. Here's a little look at what she looked like before restoration. Again, seeing this in person was a lot different than seeing it on video. Just look at that dirt packed in that thing. And here she is, all finished. Hey, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. For now, from me and the Jokermobile, this is Opa saying goodbye. Here's also a quick look at our next upcoming project. It's a Matchbox Alpha Carabo